Good morning. Love, peace, and hair grease. Man, listen, half the time, I don't even know where to begin half the time because it be so much going on. But we're going to dive into this, right? Because there's a couple things I want to talk about. I want to talk to y'all about religious exemption, okay? The definition of force, okay? Polygamy, okay? And some other stuff, okay? Hopefully that this video don't cut off. But we're going to dive right into this because I ain't got that long before checkout time. Anyway, enough of that. Let me just say this, right? When I be doing special shout outs and stuff like that, when I be calling people like little pet names or whatever, like Butterball and stuff like that, I don't be meaning no harm. I just be joking. I be clout chasing sometimes. Sometimes I be clout chasing. Not all the time, but sometimes. But when I call somebody Butterball, okay, that's because they got a bald head and they be nice and shiny and they be looking all buttered up or whatever. But it's not my Butterball. He's somebody else's Butterball. But I'm just saying that I was just joking. So pardon that right there. Okay, enough of that. Now we want to talk about because this is crazy, right? Man, listen, like it be so much going down. Okay, I want to talk about force, right? Because a lot of people out there they keep on saying that they was forced to take it. Forced. Do people understand that force means that's a physical act? Do people understand that? I don't think people quite understand that force is a physical act. When somebody forced you to do something, they held you against your dying will. Okay? By force. They held you down by gunpoint. They held you. That's what force means. They didn't force you to take it. They gave you a choice and you chose. Okay? You made a premeditated choice on your own free will. You chose things of this world, okay, than your faith and your dignity. Okay? That's just like Esau. Esau sold his birthright over to Jacob, okay, for some food. And what do you think you did? You sold your birthright over just for some food. How do you think God feel about that? How do you think the Creator himself, if he hated Esau because Esau did it, what does that say about y'all? I mean, let's just keep it real. Like, y'all sold y'all birthrights over just for some food. And then on top of it, you still get sent home. You never mind all that. You still got to take a test. You still have to wear a mask. And if you're negative, if you're positive, they still want to send you home. So you did all that for what? For nothing. You sold your soul for nothing. Okay? But let's make it clear. Ain't nobody forced you to do jack. You did it because that's what you chose. Okay? Nobody held you down and put a gun to your head. Okay? You don't have to be conformed to the ways of this world. That's something that you chose. Half of the stuff that you think you need, you really don't need. When you living off the land and off your faith, you don't need none of that stuff. You really don't. That's materialism. You don't need none of that. You really don't. It's not that deep. It is not that serious. But y'all make it out to be something that is not because you're living in astral world. You're living in a fake delusional world. You think that life is supposed to be like this and like that. And that's just not the way it is. It was never like that. Never. Okay. That's number one. Okay. Number two. We want to talk about religious exemption, right? Because a lot of people get this thing twisted, right? Let me just say this, right? A company got paid, like when the whole shutdown happened, okay, businesses were shut down because of you. You gave them COVID. Because of you, they lost a lot of business and revenue behind you. Okay, after they shut everything down, all right? Okay? That's how that is, all right? The job had to file for a business loss, okay? The government paid them $50,000, $100,000, whatever. Paid them that money, so you ain't got no other choice but to take it, okay? Find another job or just don't work. Nobody told you to be conformed to the ways of this world. Nobody told you to keep up with the Joneses and live beyond your means. That's something that you chose to do. You chose to live beyond your means. Nobody told you to do that. You ain't even got to live beyond your means. You could just be satisfied, content with basic elements of life. You know, KRS said it best. He said, love's gonna get you. Love's gonna get you when you love your car and you love your house and you love your job. Love's gonna get you. Love's gonna get you. Love is gonna sneak up and get you. And that's what it did to y'all. It snuck up and it got you. And that was just the end of that. Okay? But ain't nobody forced you to do nothing. And as far as your religious exemption is concerned, where was your religion at when they told you to wear a mask? Like, you was bowing down to the whole thing. Bowing down to the whole thing. You even had your kids wear masks. But no sooner they told you that, listen, you got to go get jabbed up or don't come to work. A religious exemption. Religious exemption. Oh, because of my religion. So why was you wearing a mask? They told you to wear a mask for a reason. It was a reason why they told you to wear a mask. You shouldn't have bowed down from the beginning. And as far as, first of all, a religion is not a faith. It's a set of rules that has nothing to do with biblical precepts. Okay? Religion is just a set of man-made rules. It's not biblical. Period. Your religion is not biblical. You'd be better off just looking in the Bible and picking out some scriptures rather than to use a religion. Okay? Because a religion don't do anything for you. It's not going to change you. You was a scumbag before you joined the religion and you still the same old scumbag. There's no change in your life. Okay? Period. So I just don't understand why people try to hide behind a religion. But your religious exemption is exempt. Excuse me, it ain't exempt. Your religious exemption is denied. And not only that, but that's not going to stop. It's not going to stop them from coming to your house. They still going to come to your house, especially if they paid you to take it, especially if your job got paid for you to take it, okay? And especially if you're walking around here wearing a mask, okay? Period. They still going to show up at your house. Your religion is not going to save you when martial law is in full-fledged effect, okay? It's not going to save you. You still going to have to take it, okay? And all this you talking about, you took it to keep your job and you took it because your soul was handed over to take it. God hands people's souls over. You ain't know that? Read the Bible. He handed your soul over to take it. And added to the fact that there's nothing new. So if you took it this time, guess what? You took it in another life. You've been taking it the whole time. But you ain't fooling nobody but yourself. Okay? You're the one that's boo-boo the fool. But you're going to take it. And your religion is not going to save you. Okay? You should use your religious exemption through all aspects of life, not when it's convenient for you. They use them hide behind religion when it's convenient for them. You shouldn't have bowed down to it in the first place. And how about this? You should rely on your faith. God said in the Bible, anyone who is friends to the world is an enemy to him. You're not supposed to be friends with this world. You really not. You're not supposed to be friends with this world, but yet and still you want to hide behind a religion. Your religion is not going to save you, period. In fact, who do you think gave you religion? Because Moses and Aaron never taught a religion. They never, ever taught a religion. Okay? So who do you think gave you the religion? Who do you think gave it to you? I mean, let's just keep it. Y'all people are goofy, man. Y'all really are. Listen, it's a wrap. If you ain't learned nothing in 2020, then it's too late for you in the game right now. Like, it's just too late for you. Okay, enough of the religious exemption because it's not going to get you anywhere. Okay, your job got paid to take it. Okay, your company got paid for you to take it. My advice to you is start getting rid of stuff that you don't need. Okay, because, I was watching this dude, right? And I forgot his name. He's from Australia or Russia somewhere. And he said it best. He said the state owns your house and your car. Okay? So if I was you, I'd start getting rid of a lot of stuff. Okay? A lot of stuff. Okay? Because you don't need it. Stop being conformed to the ways of this world because it's not going to get you anywhere. Okay? You're not going to get far. All right? Now, we're going to talk about these distractions, because it just be crazy as hell with the whole trucking thing going on in Canada. And all. Let me just say this right now. Even the prime minister over there, Justin Trudeau or something like that. Okay, Justin. Okay, Mr. Justin. Okay, the prime minister. All right. So now he's saying, he was like, them small percentage of people. He said, you got to speak for yourself. You can't speak for all Canadians. And what he said is indeed true. You got to speak for yourself. How you out here trying to speak for everybody else? You got to speak for yourself. And then on top of it, how you trying to protest freedom of something that you bow down to? 99% of the truckers are injected. They got it already. So what the hell is they protesting about? If you wanted so much freedom, then you shouldn't have bowed down to it from the beginning. But you did. So freedom from what? For what? Freedom for what? They don't even know. It's just another distraction. Let's just distract the masses, make them feel good. That's all it is just another distraction. Okay? But bottom line is this, they bow down to it. Period. Okay? They bow down. All right? So there's no freedom to something that you bow down to. You want some so-called freedom, stop bowing down to the so-called tyrants. Stop bowing down. Be rebellion. Be rebellious. Okay? Do that. Rebellious. All right? Take your freedom and rebel, okay? Stop bowing down and then want to sit up here and play victim and, oh, freedom, we should have the right, we should. No, stop bowing down to it, okay? Because you do have free choice and free will not to bow down, okay? Do that, all right? Moving along, polygamy. I hope this video, don't shut off. No matter of fact, before I even get to polygamy, right? Because it might have to be a separate video for that. But because this video only allowed to be for so long. But let me just say this with damn, I forgot what I was going to say. Let me say this about with the gold thing, right? Let me just say this, right? Because everybody talking about the gold and, because the inflation is very high on the dollar, on money right now. And it's just not looking too good. Like the whole thing is going to collapse. You got fast food getting paid $15 an hour and all this and all that. I mean, like things is overly priced. But the Bible did say that, a glass of wine and a loaf of bread is going to be a day's wages. So the inflation is very, very high right now. And a lot of stuff, it just basically defeats the purpose. You're spending more money on something than what you actually gaining back, okay? But this thing here with the gold, let me tell you something. If that gold don't hold no weight, you ain't getting no money back for the gold. It doesn't matter how much you paid for it. It costs, how about this, right? It costs Michael Jordan 1 cent a share to have his product made in China. Okay, so it costs him 1 cent a share to have his product made in China, but he sell it to you $400, $500 a sneaker. Does that make sense? So you can spend $15,000 on some damn jewelry, $20,000 or whatever. First of all, once you buy something, it loses its value anyway, right? Okay. So you spend $15,000, okay, on a piece of jewelry that you can't even get $100 for. Meanwhile, it cost him cheap to make that jewelry. All he did was shine it up and have it look like something and just showed it to you for like $15,000. But you can't get nothing back from it. That gold and everything, that has to hold some weight. Okay? They keep the real stuff for themselves and sell us the bull crap. That's what they do. They're not going to sell us the real crap, the real stuff. They're not going to sell us the real stuff. They're going to keep the real stuff for themselves and sell us the bull crap. That's what they're doing. Okay? But yeah, that gold got to have some weight to it. Okay? Now, moving along, polygamy. A practice or custom having more than one wife or husband at the same time. Okay, let me just say this, right? Now, we read in the Bible about certain circumstances like Abraham and Sarah. What was it? Sarah? One of Abraham's wives, I think it was Sarah. Was it Sarah? Sarai? One of them, his wife, she was barren. God made her barren, right? So she gave Abraham to Hagar, Okay, and it was a big old thing with that. Like it was just crazy with that whole situation with that. And then you also read in the Bible with Jacob, Leah, and Rachel. You see what I'm saying? And then you also read in the Bible with David, King David, and his 300 wives. Let me just say this, right? And this might even have to be a part two. Let me just say this. Everything is not for everybody. I want my own husband. I don't want, no, no, no. Okay? Then the physical attachments and the spiritual attachments and all these different type of emotions and all this different type of stuff. I just can't deal with that. I can't deal with that. I want my own husband. So if you married with kids, you need to stay your behind over there. Don't come over here with that. All right? I'm not going to be your Hagar. Okay? I'm no one's Hagar. Okay? And I know how I am. And I'm fertile. Okay? You're not going to do that to me. You're not going to sit here and screw me like a filthy dog and you go home to your wife and kids while I'm in the wilderness with your baby. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We is not doing that. We're not even going to go there. We's not going to go there at all. No. I guess I have to die in this wilderness. Trust me. Because I ain't doing that. I want what I want to myself or just keep it moving. You can't be a family with me and Gershom, then guess what? Keep it moving. I don't need you. You're not going to sit here and do that to me. And and the other wife living her best life, and I'm out here in the wilderness crying. I'm already going through enough. No. But anyway, I'm about to be off this. It's going to be a part two about this, okay? But this video only allowed to be so long, and I don't want it to cut off. But anywho, I'm about to be off this. I just couldn't be one of those 300 women. And another thing is that King David took care of them equally. I mean, he also had a lust problem in between, but he took care of those 300 women. Okay? But that couldn't have been me because I want my alone time. I don't want nobody's washed up leftovers. A lot of these people are just washed up. Okay? I don't want nobody's washed up leftovers. I want what I want for me, all to myself. I don't want to share. But the Bible does say it's going to be 7 women to 1 man. And a lot of these men be sleeping with each other. So it's a shortage in men, shortage in food. It's a shortage, a drought and everything right about now. But anyway, I'm about to be off this. Y'all stay up. I just wanted to holler at y'all real quick. Repent, 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 repent. So you could be spared. I do it all the time because prophecy is about to unfold itself, especially coming straight out of Canada. Anywho. Read the prophet Jeremiah. Read the prophets. Come out of religion. Come out of that garbage religion. Follow the Bible and follow the prophets. All right? Listen. Repent for your filth. I'm off this.